folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated. Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets.
Currently in this gold position, been bearish on dollar index since Friday. It created these relatively cool lows right here, and it was just too clean. And I was saying it in my last stream, I was expecting price to trade down to it, and took a couple of trades today on the Fidelcrest challenge. And right now, if this hits TP, I've passed phase 1. So sit and watch as of right now. Yeah, we're just waiting for price to hit here. If it hits, then phase 1 is passed. Hoping the stream today to be relatively short. I'm gonna keep it about half an hour to an hour. Quite busy today, so. And yeah, as soon as this is done, I'll show you the Fidelcrest trade on Fidelcrest itself. Right now, the account is currently sitting at 3% up. There should be a 2% gain, and that's the 5% needed. The reason I entered this trade was, as I said, I was bearish on the dollar index. Just recently as well, we traded up into this, as well as a 30-minute order block. Price rejected from it. So even more reason for me to sell bearish. We'll take a look at gold. We've broke past this order block that I was watching. So my bias switched to bullish for the meanwhile. Yeah, even though this whole move, like, I was watching it, I didn't take my initial trade today on gold. It was on GBP USD. As you can see, this is the position that I took earlier today, onto the 1 minute time frame. Took in this position, bias down here, run to my TP, and now we're just waiting on gold to hit my TP, and then we've successfully passed phase 1. Make sure the dollar index reverses from here. If price now trades lower than here, I'm going to be managing some of my position. As of now, I want to see a push upwards and then create this as leave this as an order block. Then I want to see price respect this order block if it's created, and then push towards my take profit. Been sat in this trade since 8:13. It's now 8:58, so been sat in this trade for a good 45 minutes or so. Let's take a look at the 2-minute chart. Fair value up in a 2-minute as well. Let's take a look at the hourly. Still have these highs up here, which are just chilling. So that's another target. Yeah, this high is just resting. Failed to take it, failed to take this one. There's more reason for price just wants to swoop these. Keep an eye on it. Dollar index back in this 30-minute order block. Let's keep on the 5. Let's watch gold. Again, this will be the Fidelcrest challenge pass. Gonna look to manage some of my position now. Closed 2/5. Whether it runs to my TP or not, just another point is the risk management. I was terrible at it, and if price was to continue running down, I've just saved myself an extra 2/5 of the position. Dollar index is dropping, so I should expect that gold to push through. Now, this was my original TP. Since I've closed 2/5, now to pass the challenge, I would need it to clear out these highs right here. So we'll keep watching. Can't really see much to support price, so let's just see. Dollar index isn't moving much. Gold is for New York session. Still 30 minutes till start exchange. The price should trade down. I wouldn't want to see it go any further than this. Still got 3/5 of the position left. Just make this a bit more visible. Realistically, now dollar should be following. Gold should be following upwards. It's just the 9 AM volatility. My entry was a little bit higher. I think my entry was. Yeah, my entry was here. This candle's high. Yeah, there we go. So I saw the account went to break even for a second on this trade, so it traded back down. So my entry was a little higher. Just mark this out a bit clearer. This is where I'll be managing even more of my position, and then this one was at these highs. So gonna close half here, gonna close half here, and I'm gonna close full up here. And then as soon as it hits here, I'm gonna be my stop loss to break even. Dollar index has respected that 30-minute as well as 15-minute order block. I'm going to see it continue pushing down. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'm going to keep this stream relatively short, so probably about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I'll probably end up going to stock exchange and we'll take a look at what happens with ESM. Currently still inside the current new week opening up. It should be fast. Slightly bullish until dollar index clears out these lows, but I'm not really looking to trade ES, even though it's my main trading thing, because of the sloppiness we've been having recently. Just gonna wait till non-farm payroll, so next week I should be back to trading ES. Gonna have to reset my router now because you guys have the IP. What is my typical win rate? 70% on average. Some weeks it's 80. Last week it was quite low, it was 60. But on average, I'd say 70-80%. And even now still, I'm making a lot of mistakes. So just taking it more slowly and waiting a little bit more. It took me a year and a half to get to where I am now. Of studying ICT. I've been trading in general since I was 16. I'm 19 now. On the 15-second chart, there's a fair value gap right here. Just want to see how that works. Can't really look at 15 seconds in TradingView because I only have the Pro Plus plan. I don't have the premium. All I needed was access to real-time data on ES, so there's no point in me buying the premium plan. See, I don't really like this, although now this price range has been balanced, so I'd hope for price to continue on the downside. Break of structure below these lows and expect price to just continue bleeding. So something like that. Well, until this sell side liquidity, which is 102, 180. Gold's still sloppy. It's quite strange how gold's currently going the same direction as dollar index. When did I start making profits in my trading journey, bro? Like, was it first year? Oh, so I've been studying ICT for about a year and a half now, and trading in general for about 3 years, I'd say. I wasn't really profitable until about the end of last year, where I passed my first challenge, and even after I passed it, I was still inconsistently profitable. Made a few payouts back then, but I would just say that was luck. And in the last 2 months, I'd say my trading has gotten to where I can now say it's profitable with skill, not luck. So in total of my trading journey, after 3 years, after studying ICT, after about a year, because to me, markets never made sense that they move by support and resistance. I mean, if it was that simple, everybody would be making money, right? it just made sense to me that there was something controlling the market. And when I came across ICT, he explained, and the way what he teaches is basically the markets are controlled, right? And I wanted to learn how to trade with the markets being controlled. So coming across ICT was probably one of like the best financial gains I could have made. I would just have sell side liquidity resting below these, so we'll see what happens. Still not broke this low, so I'm not expecting it just yet. Let's show this out a little bit more. What were you trading before support resistance? Initially I was trading options, and I went through a plethora of different strategies: Bollinger Bands, RSIs, support resistance, breakout, fake outs. Anything you could think of a retail trader trading is what I traded, and it wasn't profitable for me at all. It was, I wouldn't say a waste of my time, because now I've learned never to trade that. But if I could go back and relearn trading, I would have paid for ICT's private mentorship back when I first started. Still waiting for this low to be taken, and then I want to see price bleed through it. Still not much happening. What mistakes would you say I've done in my journey? One of the biggest mistakes, which I'm still guilty, but not as much as I was, over trading. When I first started taking funded challenges, I'd be taking upwards of 25-30 trades a day, and it's ridiculous. Now I'm trading maybe, if I'm over trading now, it's like 4 or 5 trades, which is terrible. I should be limiting myself to 2 and 3, but over trading and not waiting is probably the most important thing, because you can't really over trade if you wait. But yeah, just patience. Just learn to wait and watch the market, and don't be in a rush to get into a trade. Just gonna have to extend this out a bit longer. I really don't like what's going on right now. Which one is the most profitable London or New York session? So this is really up to like an individual themselves, but for me, I've seen more profitability in New York, and because I live in England, I can catch both sessions quite easier. But New York's typically a lot cleaner. Have I placed a trade yet? Yes, I am in this trade. If it hits, well, now it'll have to hit here. That's my Fidelcrest challenge passed for phase 1, and then I'll be on phase 2 on my next stream. Still waiting for dollar index to break down past these lows. Probably gonna end up seeing consolidation up until 9:30, and then some rather large moves. Might look to close out of another 1/5 of the position, because with 9:30 volume, I could get stabbed out real quick in a search and destroy. Sweep out sell side, sweep out buy side. That's awesome. Am I trading live every day, and what pairs do I trade? So on Trading channel, I'm currently allocated to trading 2 days a week. If you go to my Twitter in the next coming weeks, I'm planning to start my own YouTube channel and streaming over there pretty much daily. I've course, there's nothing on my Twitter just yet about that. That'll be coming in the next week or so. What pairs do I trade? Typically, and what I've learned, like how I learned trading, was through trading ES, Nasdaq, and the Dow. But this last week has just been too sloppy. Like, take a look at this, for example. What is this? So today I decided I want to move off ES until non-farm payroll, which is on Friday, and we'll see some volume then, and hopefully the markets will loosen up. So this morning I took a trade on GU, which you can see here. Took buys down here, took my take profit out. Now just waiting on this gold trade to play out. I'm just gonna write on here that I've already closed 2/3 of my position. I mean 2/5. First 2/5 up here. Do I trade with the news? I have like paper traded news many times, and more often than not, I'd say I can. However, I'd prefer not to. What are my favorite currencies? GU, EU. I'm looking at both of those. And if I do trade a currency pair, and that's really it, to be honest. And the rest is just the indice market, commodity market, so gold. Do I have an Instagram account? Yes, I do. It is here. I'll put it in the chat. This is my Instagram. Do I have set close partial rules? For taking partials, I really just watch the market and see what the market's doing. It's like here, I said if price breaks lower, I'm gonna end up closing some of my position. So I close 2/5. And typically after every like take profit level, like here's one of them that I have, and here's another. I like closing 1/5 or 2/5, just depending on how good the position is. I don't know. It really just varies depending on the trade. So by 25, if I don't see much movement, I'm going to look to close another 1/5 and leave 2/5 open for stock exchange open. Dollar index has broke through and I'd expect it to continue, which means realistically gold should be pushing upwards. See what it does from here. If it breaks above here, I wouldn't need gold to come to 25 past. If it breaks above, I'm just going to close 2/5. I mean 1/5, making it 3/5 total close, 2/5 just running. So we don't really want to see it trade up here, otherwise that's another 1/5 closed. So I'm going to pay more attention to the dollar index now than I am with gold. In fact, I'll do something else. Should be a bit clearer. Campaign. This. Alright. It's a bit better now. I'll have to keep flipping through and we can look at both at the same time. question, am I more active on Twitter or Instagram? So my Instagram I use mainly like talk to in real life friends and stuff. I don't really do much on my Instagram. But on my Twitter, that's where all of my updates are going to be. Like the Instagram isn't my personal Insta, but my Twitter, that's going to be used for my marketing and stuff once I decide to start streaming. So I'd say neither as of now, but within the coming weeks, definitely Twitter. So I guess at 25 and price doesn't break out of this that is doing, I'm going to look to close the fifth, or if the dollar index breaks above here, these highs right here. Typically when I'm closing partials, if price goes against three confluences of mine, I look to just try and get an exit, or exit as much position as I can, with leaving some in just in case price decides to go the opposite way. Let me take a look at GU from this morning. Wait, hold on a second. My position's been rubbed off the charts. Interesting. Well, dollar index is dropping, gold staying steady, almost at 25. I'm not looking to ride the stock exchange open, and I'll think about taking another trade at 950 for the macro. If price fails to break a structure bullish share, I'd cut it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If it doesn't do that before 925, that's what I'm planning. Like when price was here, so it's a 50k challenge. I was $200 off passing, so 0.3% of passing the challenge. And yeah, didn't quite do it. Well, dollar index didn't break those highs, so I'm glad about that. But I want to see gold do something now. What's going on with my charts? Yeah, it's just some awkward price movement. Non-farm payroll should loosen the markets up a bit. Did I take partials? Yeah, I closed 2/5 here, and if it gets to 25 past 9, I'm gonna look to close another third and just, I don't know, maybe 2/3 running and see what stock exchange does. Quite strange movements. Been consolidating in the ES2. YM's been started to consolidate. GU's been consolidating. Gold is consolidating. I'm new to trading. You seem to have capabilities to help you make the right decision on your trade. What platform are you currently using? The one listed above the screen to draw and mark your screen. So this platform is called TradingView. You can download it as a desktop application, which I've done because I just find it easier and cleaner. Yeah, this is called TradingView. And to actually take positions and stuff is MT4, MT5, or if I'm trading futures, trade of 8. Alright, so it's almost 25. I'm gonna look to close another fifth now. Yeah, I hear that, bro. The XY looks real weak. Yeah. So on the dollar index since Friday, I've been bearish because these lows that were created were just too clean, and I didn't like that. I was bullish on the dollar index, on a weekly bias, but when these were left, if you go back to my last stream, I said that likely going to see dollar index come back down here before price continues bullish. So almost 25, so looking to close another fifth. Took out short-term sell-side liquidity, but still not interested in staying. PWR looks like a sensible target for the XY. Yeah, no fill too far. Construction that really don't like that fill. Oh yeah, I'm definitely with you on the sales for the dollar index. Just a matter of time. So it's 25. I'm gonna look to close the fifth of the position now. So let me just write it up here. Fifth. Give me a second. I have to take a phone call. Alright, I'm back. Closed out another fifth right here. So 2 fifths running. We'll see what stock exchange does. Still very bearish on the dollar index. Again, trading into this 15 and 30 minute order block. This price range has now been balanced, so I'd expect gold to start shooting upwards. I'm not really too bothered about what the ES does because movement's just been way too sloppy, especially last week. Like, the dollar index is falling, right? ES is going with it. Whereas gold's following what it should be following with the dollar index. So is GU. Let's take a look at EU against GU and see which one's a stronger one currently. So I'd expect EU to consolidate since EU GU pair is consolidating. And I'd expect currently GU to be pushing up. So I'll take a trade out of GU and EU. I'd be taking it on GU instead. Wait, hold up. Depends on what this does actually. Another 3 minutes till stock exchange open. Dollar index is pushing down finally. Okay, so now we'll need a full fill up here, and then that's my phase one past. Yeah, don't blame me when you trade US 500. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I learned trading on. I was trading ES for like the past year, but this last week has been terrible. Of course, with non-farm payroll on Friday, I'm expecting the markets to loosen up quite a bit. Somewhere decorrelation on Friday, yes. Oh yeah, no, it was on Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. That's when it was most noticeable, and that's where I took some losses. Still made a few nice calls to my friends. Took a 0.5 loss on GU longs. Let's take a look at GU again real quick. Oh yeah, I don't know. I've noticed today, Friday and Thursday, and Wednesday, in fact, before stock exchange opened, the markets were just sideways. I mean, I would love to show you the position that I took earlier on GU, but here, let me just go into my terminal and put it on my chart. So I took one buy position on GU at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. So I took a long position around here. I had my stops below here, and I targeted 1, 2, 3. So my position looked like this on GU earlier, but recently, I don't know, price is just sloppy. Well, I expect to see it loosen up at stock exchange open, and if not, then hopefully at the PM session. US 30, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, dollar index is falling. Dow's falling. ES is it's doing its own thing. So I'm not really looking to trade indices. Followed you on Twitter. Looking forward to your live streams. Thank you. And I'm writing up some lessons right now. In a month or two, I'm planning to start a free mentorship. So no payment needed, no nothing. And yeah, because when I started trading, I wish I had a hand to hold. And now, of course, I hadn't had that hand to hold. I'm wishing I want to be able to do it for other people. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that need a mentor but don't have the money to pay for it. That's why they're looking for one. So within the coming months, I'll be having a free mentorship and like a Discord call and stuff where you can all join. What was my confluence? So I was bearish on the dollar index from the 15 and 30 minute order block that it traded up into. I was also bearish on dollar index since my last live stream. If you go back and check, I said we're probably going to see price come back down to these lows. So since Friday, I was bearish, got a 15 minute order block. And then I also took longs on GU when price was somewhere up here. So 2/5 of the position running. Stock exchange opened. Let's see what happens. Should see some amount of volatility now. Sell side taken on ES. Probably going to see it run out these highs right here, relative equal highs. And of course, if you want your 5 handle moves, all you really need to do from here is target here, and that's your 5 handles done. Dollar index trading up. Watching 5 minutes probably clean now. Out of that gold position, managed my risk, closed 3/5 of the position, took a way smaller loss than oh wait, no, I've not been stopped out. My stop loss is here. Oops. Still a lot smaller loss than it should have been. Looked over on my terminal and I was still in the trade. There we go, now I'm stopped out. Manage risk, so not too bothered about that trade. Awesome, brother. I would definitely appreciate your mentorship. Absolutely, my man. I wish to give back, you know. Do I journal? Yes, I do journal. Started journaling about 6 months ago. Profitability ever since has been amazing. Likely to see the ES now trade up to these highs, so I'll just mark them out. Took out all sell side on gold as well right now. Traded into this nice order block. Price violates the equilibrium of it. Probably going to see some more bearish momentum in gold. That's really all we need. Dollar index traded up. Let's see what it does. Again, still bearish overall. So made it smaller. Not looking to take another position now until 9:50. See what gold does off the consequent encroachment of this order block. It's at the top. I don't know, I think my dollar index chart's a bit odd because I'm seeing a lot more volume imbalances than there should be. VC is the right one though. Yo, what's up? Stream on a Monday. What's up, my guy? streaming today and tomorrow on here. What charts do I use the most? 5 minute, 15 minute. Okay, when I'm taking my trades, okay, so I don't know. I'm waiting on gold now. So typically I trade on I mark up my charts on the monthly. So for example, on the dollar index on the monthly, what I'm waiting for is eventually a push up to this fair value gap, and optimal trade entry is literally at this monthly volume imbalance. So overall bullish on the dollar index for month, and then I'll drop down into the weekly and the daily, and then 4 hour, 1 hour, and I just work my way down. I don't really use the 30-minute time frame. Then I look at the 5 minutes, and from my usual trading plan, I'm looking for a break of structure on the 5, and then I'm looking for my entries on the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and 4 minute charts. There's news at 10 a.m. Yep. So we're gonna wait to see what that does. Still between 9:50 and 10:10 is where I'm looking for trade. But yeah, with looking at charts, it's usually up to you to find out what charts your strategy works with best. Yes, took out that buy side I mentioned, traded to the new week opening gap high, to the tick. We've got your 5 handles, and well, you would have got. If it trades up to here, you have 10 handles. 43s for the 10 handles. Got these highs right here from Friday that are also relative equal highs. Let's just mark it out and see what price does. YM, let's talk out. GU trading higher. Gold is still down. Let's take a look at EU. Dollar index is heading towards that wall, which is quite nice. Gold's finally following after taking out sell side. Snap these lows as well. So I'm gonna just stick to looking at gold for now. Just tape read and see if I can see any entries, even though I'm not entering until 9:50. Just want to see if there's anything to tape read on it. Gold going down. Yup. We've already stopped sell side liquidity. I wouldn't really want to see it push any lower. Lows have been cleared. GU's trading higher, broke highs. Dollar index still flat. Gold going down, not upholding this show from last week. I mean, I'm bearish on the dollar index until the sell side liquidity is taken. So if your analysis says down, then I hope your analysis pays off. But until dollar index trades here, I'm still bullish on gold. Just gave a type 2, wait for validation and stack more. Nice. I'm not sure what a distro is. Good stuff. Let's take a look at yes. I'm not expecting ES to drop. I'm expecting it to stab through these highs. Dollar index is, let's hit the 1 minute chart. Alright, we'll close on dollar index. I've noticed that gold hasn't been correlating with it for some reason. Oh yeah, it's a stab on sell side liquidity. For the whole last week, ES wasn't following it either, and even until like 9:20, it wasn't following dollar index either. You took buy side liquidity, so did you, my friend. So did you. But yeah, EU's looking strong right now. Why did I mark this up? Friday. Oh, market maker. So is it? Yeah, high, low, high, high. Mark out these lows, price trades to it, sells off. I was watching that on Friday. Gold's now trading higher. Creates a fair value gap here. My magnet tool on. A quarter point stab through this buy side liquidity. I wouldn't really say it's enough for it to drive lower, but it's surely interesting. Do you use the same charts when scalping as a beginner? You suggest learning how to scalp before learning how to do long trades? As a beginner, I practice just watching the charts. You even like on a demo account, just placing your trades. It doesn't matter. Do your analysis and place your trades on a thingy chart, a demo chart. Just practice taking paper trades. Even up until now, I'm still paper trading. Long trades and short trades. Oh wait, sorry, long-term trades. I don't typically trade long-term. Reason being is because high impact news happens quite often, and it will typically just drive to places, and I don't really like trading during very high impact news. Moderate to high, I don't mind trading, but high impact, like for example FOMC, I don't like trading. Dow Jones booming, yeah, it's skyrocketing. And would you take a look at that SMT divergence? A high here at 940. We take a look at Dow, we go to 940. That high was taken. Yes, didn't follow. Another reason why I've not been trading indices this week. On NFP week, when do I stop trading for the week? Typically a Wednesday or Wednesday or a Thursday. Thursday, you probably end up seeing a lot of consolidation, so I avoid trading in areas of consolidation. If I am to enter a position on gold now, I'd have to see it trade lower to this fair value gap at the break of structure, unless it remains a break, in which case, tough luck on me. That's what I was looking at last week on the Dow. Your USD shooting. Gold followed after taking out sell side. Bit of weird market movement today. Might call it quits and get some sleep. Yeah, bro. Sleep's one of the most important things whilst trading. You can't trade on the sleepy mind. But yeah, the market movement for the past week has just been odd. Dollar index coming down for the sell side liquidity at quite a nice rate. Should have been taking a look at the 30-second charts just to see if anything was filled down here. Dollar index still dropping. Take a look at GU. GU is looking like the stronger pair as of now. Now we've got a new fair value gap at another break of structure, and this is a 5-minute break of structure. So this is a fair value gap I'll be watching for 950. Need to get some computer glasses, not gonna lie. Hey man, I've been playing games my whole entire life. I've been sat in front of a TV screen. My eyes are perfectly fine. I've got 20/20 vision. Computer glasses are a fraud. The orthopedicians, what are they called? Orthopedic people. I forgot the names. The eye people. They tell you not to look at a screen for too long, otherwise your vision goes bad. It's a lie. They told me my eyes will turn square. My eyes are currently not square shaped, I can tell you that much. Me too, but charts ruin them for some reason. I know, to be honest, staring at charts can take up a lot of time. Some people are just blessed. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm blessed with my eyes, but in other things I'm not so blessed. If you hear a bunch of squeaks right now, I'm just gonna say it's not me farting, it's my chair. I bought this chair like 2 months ago and it's already squeaking. Still waiting for 950 before I take any trades, even if this does look promising. How to get rid of full margin mindset. See, I've never really been a full margin trader, but just think of it like this, right? If you take a look at a compound interest, a compound calculator, right, and you're making 5% a week, and say your full margin at 1,000, yeah, sure, you might make 50k, but that's gambling. You might as well go and play slots, you know. Whereas if you're consistently making 5% every week, it doesn't even need to be 5% a day. Like, that's a goal that some people have, and in fact that's something that some people do. But if you're able to make 5% consistently a week, that 1,000 that you might blow on full margining will turn into 5 grand, 10 grand eventually, right? Whereas you blow in that 1 grand on full margining, I don't know. I mean, if you have like 10,000 ready to full margin on some news, go ahead and open 4 different accounts and place a full margin on each of them. But you're going to be in this mentality where you're only going to want a full margin trade, and then what happens when you lose all your money full margining? You're left with nothing. Don't know if DXY will go all the way down to sell side or reverse now. I'm still confident in DXY coming down to sell side. I've been since Friday. Yeah, bro, the stupid mindset wants the full margin always. I recommend reading a book, and I mentioned this last stream too. The book is called Atomic Habits. It's a very good book, and a lot of bad habits that I had, I've managed to correct by reading this book. So I'd highly recommend it. Dollar index is coming down to this level of sell side. As said on Friday. And Atomic Habits? No, it's called Atomic Habits. And it's by this guy. Highly recommend giving this book a read. We go, sell side has been taken. This isn't a good enough stab through it at all. There we go. Slightly better. Let's take a look at the hourly. I want to see the dollar index reverse from here. And then I'll be looking for shorts. Got it. Thank you, brother. No problem. Highly recommend reading it. It's not a book about trading, but the things in the book can apply to every aspect of life. There we go, sell side has been taken. Quite beautiful. Now I'd expect everything to just follow lower. So I'm gonna remove this for now. Let's take a look at the hourly. For shorts on EU and GU, the XY takes outside at 950 exactly. Coincidence? No, exactly at the macro timing. It's beautiful to watch, but when people say ICT is a fraud, if he is a fraud, why was I able to, since Friday, say price is going to come down here? Why was I constantly looking on shorts on the dollar index, and why did it happen at the macro timing exactly? It's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. 9 minutes before the news. Yup. Took out buy side on gold. Probably end up looking to come down to the 50% line and come down into a premium from this whole price move. So 1965.343 is where price would be likely to trade down into. And then we have this inverse fair value gap right here, which price should stay in between. So if it does decide to trade down here, it'll trade within this level and bounce up. Not like that, but no sticks. Dollar index has taken sell side. It's not traded down to that order block level yet. I mean, it's traded down to the order block, but not exactly where I was looking at the body. It was 5 points away. Buy is taken, sell side, break of structure, fair value gap created at the break of structure. If there's a fair value gap created here, I won't be looking for sells, but it's 10 a.m. news. Be interesting to see what happens. Probably wait for that to blow over first. YM's traded past. This data is not really accurate for me to look at because this is June's contract. Data past, well, data before. It's the 15th of March. If you go into lower time frames, it looks messy. No, it's 15th of February. I don't know. But the data will look messy on low time frames, so I'm not looking at anything before here. Yes, took out buy side. we can create a fair value gap here. I'll be tape reading this for news. Order block created on the dollar index. How long after the news do I start trading it? Whenever it really seems like it's blown over. So, well, with FOMC, because of how much impact it has, I'd like to just not trade the whole day. But with smaller news, so not smaller in the fact that it's an orange folder or yellow folder, smaller is in the fact that it wouldn't have as much impact. I'd wait like 5-10 minutes and it's typically blown over. And if it continues after 5 minutes with large moves, I just wait until PM session. This is in my trading plan. Wait for a break of structure after buy side or sell side has been taken. Fair value got created at the break of structure, and I'll be looking to take sells here. If only this news wasn't in the way. Actually, I might as well mark up and see what it does on news. We'll tap into it. Get rid of this order block now since sell side was already taken. There's a short and cheap I'm willing to take, honestly. I mean, not financial advice, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I mean, order block. Fair value gap. If it creates one here, then that's where I would tape read from. Because these in the way, I wouldn't really be looking to. I wouldn't be really expecting price to trade any higher. Gold trading galore. Another 3 more minutes. I'm great here on ES2, but break of structure on 1 minute. Yep, I see it. Break of structure, fair value gap. Now my ultimate goal for dollar index before the end of today would be to trade back up into this new week opening gap or this liquidity void. Have them both marked out further in time. Are you going to open a position? Yes, probably after news blows. So we got another 2 minutes to wait. No, but the fair value got higher than that because it's in a premium. I see what you mean, but as of right now, I'm personally expecting price just to stay below here. And if not, then again, I'll still be waiting. Inside of this, so I can move this over here now since it was taken. So I'll cross through it. Is that the consequent encroachment to the dot? It is, that's crazy. Wait, what's the high? 035. 20 points different. Well, 0.02. 20 more seconds and let's see how it blows over. In fact, let me just open on my second one already. See what the rates are. The rates haven't even came out yet and the market's already moving back. Alright, so the forecast was 47.5. It came out to be 46.3. Let's take a look at the dollar index. Nice little stab through. A lot cleaner now. Now sells for me. I'll be looking for an opportunity within the next. Let me check when the next macro is. Hold up. Put it written down. Next macro is 10:50 to 11:10. Up into it. That's crazy. And if you're wondering what this is, it's the 50% of this. Bullish. I'm waiting for the manipulation to happen for sells. Was this a news day? Friday. If it trades any higher than here, then I'm not really going to look to trade anymore today. See what happens. Just traded higher. 5-minute close above. Took out this buy side. These candles. If we close above it, I'm not really looking to trade until 11:50. But I'm probably gonna end the stream in about half an hour. That's why you don't trade news, boys. Exactly. That's why you don't trade news, indeed. And I know a few people that would have full margin on this and lost their money. And it's not really even worth it because this is 9.3, right? Let's take a look at this before news even happened. 5.1. Two of these candles is one of these news candles. It's not really worth it to full margin your whole account when it will just happen without news. You can wait for two of these candles, like this one and this one, and you'll get the same movement that you got with this news. Dollar index 15. Let's see if we get any confirmations. Might in fact take a trade a little earlier. If we can get the dollar index to break above this, I'll be looking to take a trade. Dollar index rejected nicely off the consequent encroachment. Not dollar index, sorry, the Dow Jones. Let's take a look at gold. This now. Keep that closed 3/5 and the average was about here. And then got stopped out of 2/5 back down here. Still up on the day from this GU trade that I took. See. Hold on, I need to put my own music on. This music's driving me insane. So, there's a stream after me, Drew. So, put on some effects. Where's an effects gone? Probably one of my favorite artists. Effects. Been listening to him for about 5 years. Very motivational music, and been with him since he was on 20k on YouTube, and now he's at 6.5 million. Love to see it. What confirmation do I need to sell? So I'm waiting for the dollar index to break above this order block, and I'm waiting for gold to break lower than this swing low right here. I'm in motion like the ocean. Didn't close in the 5 minutes above this, so I'm still interested in sells. This 5 minutes can close lower again. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take out my earring. My ear's hurting. My headphones are pushing it in too much. There we go. A new point of interest is created. Dollar index breaks above here with volume, then I'll be interested. But you'll need to do it. It'll need to break above kind of like if it can do something like that, then I'd be interested. But if it does something like just something messy, I'm not gonna be paying attention to it. We cannot see the time frames. I can't change it because this layout isn't mine. This is on the 1 minute time frame right now. Trading needs to delete that banner. It is quite obnoxious. At the bottom it would be a bit better. Let me see if I can I got rid of the bit at the bottom, but that's not really going to change much. Well, it's a template for the stream blocking it. I know. Maybe you should put a mini time frame thingy. Yeah, like I have it zoomed in, but like somewhere here. Or make the width of the actual stream slightly smaller, so the top of my pages here instead. Maybe for next time. I'll bring you up to him. I was told to show, not tell, so watch me. Breaks are higher. Some SMT divergence. It's not done that, so it breaks up. So this isn't what this streaming thing is. It's not through OBS. It's through a site called StreamYard. So the settings are quite different. I'm used to streaming in OBS. We've got a break low, we've got a fair value upgrade on the break low, so just waiting for the dollar index to give me a nice push up. You made it higher, but you didn't. Yeah. EU again. Hey, we'll just do it like this. 6E. British pounds looking strong. We take a look at the euro. Euro's looking weak. So currently the stronger pair out of these two is GBP against USD. Credibility. I'm willing to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. And so scream until you're louder. I swear to God, they all let me down. It's for just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. SMT divergence with the YM. Yes. For this SMT, we need price to go strong displacement, market structure shift, and both while maintaining the SMT. Exactly. It's just what I'm waiting for. But again, I'm not really trading in the season till non-farm payroll on Friday. See if gold can trade back up into here, and I'll be interested in taking a sell. But as I said earlier, I want to see this being done with volume now. I don't want to see it slack around here. I want to see some nice candles. Maybe that's a bit too ambitious, but I want to see it done with a decent bit of volume. They don't want to ring yet. They don't want to be seen. Tell me what you got, how you fight in the ring, and how you take a swing. Oh yeah, go provide a great entry. Yeah, absolutely. But again, the XY needs to push higher with volume, and then I'll be interested in the sells. Stuff at these fucking clowns. We're all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. Don't start playing me now. Let's start till you wear the crown. Dollar index isn't doing it just yet, so still waiting for my sells. I mean, to sell. Need that volume now on the dollar index. You can just hear me singing. We can't hear my music. Oh, with my music, the issue is, again with this software, I'm not sure how to sing you my music. If I do this, and then no, that won't work. My apologies. You can continue listening to the beat. Most people will keep watching chart now for that gold entry, just set some alerts at specific points and take partial stop loss and then walk away from the chart. Yeah, but I need my confirmation on the dollar index. You see, it's not done it yet. So taking sales right now is very risky. You can be about to yo, whatever happened to this car was the limit. Depending on being out it now, you want to better way, so you'll feel okay. But if I make it to the top, was it already said that you shouldn't have given up, that you make a mistake. But if I fail, you feel much better about picking your lane, right? It's gonna be better real soon. I'm just doing it. Dollar index needs to give me that confirmation. If it trades any lower than this, then I'm not really too bothered. I want to tell you what you should do. I got a clear view. Just keep pushing through, because you've got to lose. You got to lose. to. May or may not just hop in sells depending on what the dollar index does right now. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about it. I won't get up, won't back down till I'm ready to see with the beat ground. See, that's why we didn't hop in the cells. Patience is a virtue. If it doesn't do what you wanted it to do, then don't jump in the trade. Wouldn't be comfortable with this showdown. My stop loss would have only been here. And I'm sure people would have entered this trade, but it's not worth the risk if your analysis isn't doing what you wanted it to do. Let's go okay. I'd rather be dead on the outside than on the side, a bullet to the head and back to life, and if you're alone just trying to get by building someone else's dream instead of building mine. Nice bit of volume coming in for ES and Dow, and probably Nasdaq too. Just take a look at Nas. Nas is the only one that's failed to take out highs. So right now the strong one for sales is Nasdaq, and it was like this on Friday too. XY might be going for lower sell side. We talked about this, and I would if it does end up going that far down, I'd probably expect it to again. Had this marked up last week on Monday or Tuesday. I was meant to probably end up coming down to push down to this fair value gap once more on the weekly chart. Jumping into those cells wouldn't have been the wisest decision. And this was a little bait into it. Oh, look, it's trading down, jumping cells. But how close it is to stopping. It's just not worth it. Yeah, NQ's looking a strong one for cells. Probably still stay inside of this range. I might want to move that green line. Okay, so ES is moving up. Dow is kind of moving sideways. NQ is moving down. This is exactly what happened last week, and it was disgusting. One's moving up, one's moving sideways, and one's moving down. I can't sit myself to trade with that. Is this trading view pro for real? Oh, I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure you need to deposit a certain amount and like trade one lot a month to get Black Bull's trading view. I paid for mine. Yeah, that's why into market analysis was always necessary. Yeah, exactly. I'm not trading indices right now. I'll be looking for these sells on us. So if I really wanted to, and I know a lot of people that have hopped into the sells, didn't wait, would have been stopped out when there was no DXY confirmation on the push upwards. So waiting was our best option, and we did just that. Yeah, sure, that was a break of structure with a fair value gap, but we did did the XY give us any confirmation that we was looking for? Absolutely not. We didn't even get a closure above here, and I said we wanted to see some nice beefy candles up. Didn't get that, so let's see. Dollar index traded lower. Let's mark these other ones up. It's a little thing I do. I mark out the 50 between two lows. It's happened a few times where I've done this. I don't do this often. When I do, I like seeing price reject off the 50 between two lows. This isn't something ICT has taught. This is just something I'm gauging with my eyes, and more often than not, it's worked out. It's a little something to take into consideration. So let's see. Tapped into this low. Haven't tapped into this one. Let's see what it does off the 50% line of it. And even if you put your stops above here on gold, you'll probably be about to get clapped now. With these NQ cells, I was trading indices, it will look something more like this. Targeting 5 handles. This is about 5 handles. Well, it's on Nasdaq. I'm only looking for handles on the ES, so just forms of sell side liquidity on Nasdaq. Alright, we traded past the 0.5. Took out both levels of sell side. Next target's the CE of this, and if it trades lower, we're going to trade into that weekly part that I mentioned. So if it trades lower than a 0.5, we're heading down towards this. Holy, exactly. It's very interesting. Alright, we traded to it. Carries on trading lower. Might be seeing pushes even further down into that weekly. Bounced off it. See if it holds up. If we can hold above it, I'm still interested in my sells for today. And if we carry on lower, I'm going to close my charts. I was trying to make this stream short, but I'm here now, so I might as well stay here. Also, if you guys don't mind following my Twitter, eventually, like within the next month or two, I'm planning to make a free mentorship, a Discord channel, and streaming on YouTube, where I'll be able to hold people's hand where I wish my hand was held when I first started trading. So don't mind following my Twitter, I really appreciate it, and it'll also be of great benefit to you within the upcoming future, the next month or so. And my Twitter is at the end of this YouTube title. Bounced off of it quite nicely, so if we stay above it, I am interested in my sells. We need a 5-minute break of structure, so take a look at GU and EU. See which one's stronger right now. EU's looking strong. Pound looking. Okay, EU isn't. Okay, I'll be looking for pound against dollar. Sells. Once this buy side is taken. Way price bounced off this consequent encroachment, just giving me even more of a reason to want to look for sells. That was my last target. If it would have traded lower and continued, my charts would have been closed. And now if we can hold up higher within the next, well, by 10:50, it's my final confluence to look for sells, and that would be my final trade of the day. So today I'm break even. Well, break even in trades, but up on profit. believe in free will. I make choices that lead to what I build. Come on, G. You know you want to take out those highs. You know you want to. The reason it's not right, we see the pound already has taken out these highs. But if you take a look at the euro is not taking out these highs. If you look at them together, it will be a combined of them both. Take a look at EU, failed to take out these highs. And because of that, GU will also be failing currently. Because, what am I saying? Pound's taking it, euro hasn't taken it. Euro against dollar. Okay, we'll be expecting the pound against dollar to take it sooner than euro against the dollar. Now, if we can hold above here, that's perfect. In fact, if this 30-minute can just close above, that's quite nice. How much did it stab lower by? 982, so by 0.003. If it closes lower than that low it made, no, I'm just turning off the charts. Yeah, exactly. It's not really worth it to stay in. And those gold sells, if it were to, I know somebody in chat was saying to take the sells. Yeah, that's why I didn't take them. I love winning. Hey, nice, good one, bro. Good one. We all love winning. Nobody really likes losing, but you lose, the only thing you gain is experience. And you never lose until you give up, so take it as you go. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. As if that was a trade. Take a look at the YM. This is why I'm staying away from indices until non-farm payroll, because I would have entered these sells typically, would have been stopped out, but there was no correlation with the ESM or the YM. YM's going sideways, ESM's going up, and the Nasdaq's going down. We're trading higher. Gives you your purpose. Alright, we've got another 2 minutes, and if it stays above, then sells are still valid. Just need to see GU trade above this buy side now. Inside this volume imbalance on the dollar index right now. This one right here. Way under the surface. Why that gives you your purpose. Is looking likely to take out these highs now. We look at the separate contracts. On the pound cleared out these highs, and the euro we've not even came really close to these highs, and it's also got this high which was failed to take right here, And if you jog it over across, they line up too perfectly. Support and resistance says so here. I'm waiting for these to be stabbed. So again, still looking for it to take out these highs up here. Gold is about to trade into this order block right here. Dollar index is still way too close to these lows. Like, it's closed above. I want to see it move away now. And again, as I said earlier, with what I was expecting up here, or what I would have wanted up here, for me to take those buys on gold, I want to see the same thing happen here. So I want to see some decent volume as it's coming in to break these highs, and I don't want to see it slow down. Something like that. If it does that, then perfect. If not, again, what happened on the gold trade? Well, you can take it, but if you don't get that, then there is no trade for me on gold GBPUSD. And I'm watching this as well. See if the euro's taken above those yet. No, the euro still hasn't, and the euro itself is still about the same. Dollar index, if we get it to continue like this, then that's perfect. I'll be looking for my buys. But one candle close like this, we need a second one. Well, one is more than enough, but I want to see this volume remain. So a second one with similar amounts of volume, and then I'll be interested in my sells. And for now, I might as well start marking up where I would like my sells to be from. I wouldn't want to see gold trade above here. Let's make mark this is black with a 1 pixel size as an order block. I don't want to see it trade above here. We've created a fair value gap. There we go. I need to see the dollar index one more push higher now. If we get that push higher, I'm looking for my trade. At the order block. Look at use failed to take out those highs. Dollar index within the next 20 seconds needs to push higher. I don't want to see this volume being slowed now. You got 10 more seconds. Well, now we're waiting for it to break above these highs. Still not interested until it does that. Gold is about to tap into this order block. About point away. We tapped into it. Now I want to see the gold continue low. I want to see the dollar index trade high with that volume, and that signifies my bearishness for most pairs. Dollar index needs to break higher. It needs to break higher, not just slither higher. Tapped into it. If we reject from here, then that's perfect. It's precision to its finest. Clear up this and then get ready to mark up. Wait, I need to keep that one there. Go. Dollar index needs to have one more push higher, and then I'll be interested in my sells. For my sells on gold, I want to see break of structure. I want to see a fair value gap being formed here, and then I'm taking my sells. I'm in sales for GU. Hey, nice, good stuff, bro. Fail swing higher. I mean, the Pound by itself has already taken out these highs, as you can see here. Pound, it's already done that. So whether we see the pair do it, that's another story. Well, the pound itself already has, so not really too much to be bothered about there. Jump into the 1 minute. We have a fair value gap formed right here. Dollar index isn't doing what I want it to do. I want it to push up with volume. Also, my terminal or GU, there's a gap literally right here. There's just a gap in market, so we'll probably see it push down to here regardless. Dollar index is pushed up with volume, so now I'm looking for my sells. So it's between GU and gold for me. We get one more push back up, I'll be in my sells. And for gold, I'm waiting for this breaker structure. Dollar index came in with that volume I was looking for, so that's that confirmed. Now I just want to see the setup form, break of structure, slight fair value gap right here. We've had this price range balanced already with this, so the next candle trades up to here. I'm gonna be in sells, targeting this level of sell side liquidity of these relative equal rolls right here. Of course, it's quite an optimistic trade, but then of course I'll be closing partials along the way too, so I'm not too bothered about that. Well, as I asked for, the volume came. So let's see which one will give me myself first, whether it's gold or GU. Okay, small risk and small tight stops for the position that we're going to be in. It's going to be like this. See what happens. First partials will be closed right here. I'm going to close a fifth. I'm going to close 2/5, and then full position close down here, just to secure my stop loss with this fifth closing. I want to see this now support the dollar index for buys and bullish continuations. Let's see what happens here. So total it's a 1 to 1.57. When price trades on my terminal, I've mentioned there's a gap like right here. When price trades to this gap, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even. Dollar index doing just that, bounced off the consequent encouragement of this hourly wick, bounced off the consequent encroachment. Wanted it, but volume on the upside, it was just that, and now it's given me a reason to look for sells. And in gold, if it breaks below here, that's well, the original position I would have been in. GU is looking a bit cleaner right now, so I'm staying with this. And another thing is that GU, it's the British pair itself, GBP, has already taken out these highs. Of course, GBP against the dollar hasn't, but since the pound itself has, I'm not really too bothered about these highs up here. If gold will create a fair value gap at this break of structure, that's the second position. want to see the dollar index now continue higher. High, a low, and a higher high. This is a market maker style model, but since we've rejected off the consequent encroachment of the hourly wick, I'm expected to push through here rather soon. So keep an eye on the dollar index down here whilst we're in this trade. I've got massive slip. Hello, are you trading ICT exclusively? Yes, I am. Tried many different strategies, tried indicators, tried everything. Never worked. ICT's worked. So yes, I've got massive slippage in GU. My slippage wasn't too bad. It's like, I mean, I got in here. Yeah, I got in here, but my slippage is like, so my price is currently, my actual ask price was up here. So right now my ask price is here. Dealing with that too, but not too bothered. There we go, got a break of structure on gold, creates a fair value gap now. That's where the original position would have been. As I've said, I want to see this support the dollar index if it was to trade lower into it. I don't really think it will have, again, market buy market high, on a higher high. It should also support price. Might not even need to trade down into this. We're going to shorten it up on the 1 minute time frame. That. Not created for value gap on gold, so still waiting for that. If I just want to do it. I got in at 124.030. 124.030. Oh damn. No, it's not too bad. I mean, I got in at 124.039, so I got in just up here. Me too, my friend. Me too. My problem is that I take too many trades on a lower time frame instead of waiting for A+ sales for liquidity taken first. I made that exact same mistake, and earlier in this stream I was mentioning it. I used to overtrade incredibly. I was taking 20-30 trades a day on funded challenges, and I guess it's something that you learn with experience. Well, if I can give you my experience, I would. It's not worth it. You won't make money doing that. And I also mentioned earlier, something that's helped me with that is reading this book. The book is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's practically in the name. It tells you how to break bad habits and create good habits. And yeah, I'd recommend giving that book a read. Your problem is getting in the way of trading. I took a short on NQ at 10.32, exited just now at 10.41. 10.32. Short 10.31, exited 10.41. Good stuff, bro. That's your 5 handles secured. Back a little bit more. Yeah, I know another book. Another book is Psycho-Cybernetics. It's giving me cyberpunk vibes, cyber psychosis. Let me take a look at that. I might have to make a quick purchase. Cybernetics. It's a self-help book written by Maxwell Maltz in 1960. Motivational and self-help experts in personal development. I may have to make a purchase on that. Thanks for letting me know about it. But yeah, make sure you implement the stuff that we have that you've seen in that book. Like, there's one thing reading the book, but then implementing what you've learned is another thing. Price isn't closing above our fair value gap, so that's good. Just respecting it, yeah, absolutely. Hey bro, so the first fair value gap already tapped it to 50%, so we can move this recent fair value gap. Is there reasoning for it? With this fair value gap, I wasn't looking to take my sells. Reason being is because at that point in time, dollar index wasn't giving out confirmation. Now it's giving out confirmation. In fact, it's looking like it's about to push up even higher. Because we now have our confirmation, we only entered off this one. This one wasn't somewhere I was watching. I want to see it bleed down now. Dollar index tapped into this 1 minute inverse fair value gap. So let's see. We've got the volume up. We just want to see a breakthrough now. Which means, yep, I'm going to close a fifth just to secure some of my stop loss. Where is it? Fifth. Alright, close a fifth just to secure my stop loss. Want to see it bleed through now. And then, of course, as I've mentioned, there's a gap in my terminal right here. There's just no price action at all. When price comes down here, I move my stop loss to break even. And then TP2 would be here, and then full close right here. We close 2/3 of the position here. It's two fifths here. Close the fifth here, 2/5 here, which means 2/5 are remaining. Here, I'll take profit. And if you really want to, there's a break of structure happening right now. These lows, swing lows, break of structure, we see a fair value gap forming. That's another potential entry to pyramid onto, but I'm not pyramiding. Gold still not give that weight on the, no, that's not a position. There we go. Looks like we might get a fair value gap right now on gold, something like that. Dollar index still a bit sluggish, but it's done what we wanted it to do so far, so not too bothered about that. Let's go on to, just gonna monitor my trade from my terminal. Exact same trade, bro. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. I would have loved to pyramid at this fair value gap, but because I'm so close to my profit target, I don't want to take the risk. Like, this is an A+ setup in my eyes anyways, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Gold now bleeding, which means GU should also, yep, GU's bleeding. Dollar index breaking higher. Bounced off that hourly, which was amazing. Precision in that was with a 0.003 difference, I believe. Yeah, 0.003. Now the gap on my terminal is at this candle's high. So there's a gap on my terminal right here from there to here. In between this, there's a gap, and as price leaves it, I'm looking to move my stop loss to break even. Don't you wait for 1 minute candle closure above dollar index? You don't wait for 1 minute candle closure above DXY. Sorry, I don't get what you mean. Could you rephrase that, please? Now, if gold wants to trade up to here, that would have been my setup that I would have taken if I wasn't looking at GU. I've been taking sells from here. And Q's taking lower, ES taking lower, traded back into that new week opening gap. Oh wait, no, this isn't the new week opening gap. This is the new week opening gap. Now with the ES, what I'm expecting is something along these lines. And then just a break past through it. So just a little bit of consolidation in the around the equilibrium, and then to break past this new week opening up. And then we also have this gap right here, which is pretty much the new week opening up high to the low. These regular trading hour, the RTH gap. My TP2 is at the high that ordered about before that huge fair value gap. TP2 is right here, I'm guessing. I'm confident in the sales overall, so the other block shouldn't really do much. When DXY came for 1 minute structure change of character just before you entered DXY wick close, not candle close, is that not necessary? So what I was looking for, right, is initially I said down here I wanted to see price close with multiple candles above, right? We got one, fair enough, it did something, right? But I was like, all right, I want to wait for two. And then, as you can see, price continued, and we had a nice bit of volume with this candle. And once that happened, I was like, all right, my sells, I might as well get them on now. And then I wanted this 1 minute fair value gap to be inversed and react as a area of support instead of looking at one of these. This one's more accurate for me. Pyramiding would have been done here. I did a tiny pyramid just now. I've already moved weight. Okay, I did a tiny pyramid, literally the high of this candle. That stop is already like just slightly below it, so break even. It's just a risk-free pyramid entry. Dollar index. This is where I would expect price to stay above now. Got a nice little pyramid here. That's risk-free. Just pyramided more from that order block. Bro's following. Bro's copying me. You got my brain, fam. He's in my brain. He sees my thoughts. We almost have the same thinking. Exactly. It's nice to see that when ICT students take the same selves, it's a nice feeling to have, and it just goes to show that, especially if this plays out fully, ICT can't really be a fraud. And I know a lot of people claim this, especially a guy called, I don't want to mention him here. Yeah, his whole YouTube is just based around him. Don't want to talk about him because he's a psycho, but yeah. Okay, I see the reasoning now. Yeah, it's just like live tape reading, really. Once you tape read enough, you'll be able to, I guess, predict what's about to happen in price. I'm very confident in this trade with GU coming down to take these lows. As I mentioned, the actual pair itself, GU, did take out these highs, so I'm not really seeing the need for it to do the same on the pair. We've already done it on GBP itself. Gold is now into this entry zone, so if I was in a position for gold, which I'm not, it would look, well, tighter stops or harder stops, and it was just, again, very similar thinking with GU targeting lows. But I'm more confident in the GU sells since we already took the buy side on GU instead. How long? Guess how long I've been trading for? Alright. Since you're exactly like me, apparently I'm gonna guess 3 years, because that's what I've been trading for. And since you're taking the exact same setups with a pyramid, I'm gonna guess 3 years. How long do I hold the trade for on average? So I typically like to be in and out of my trades as fast as I can to free up the rest of the day. But on average, my faster trades, like my 5 handle moves on ES, when I trade for 5 handles on ES, I'm in the trades for like 5 minutes at most. But with these like bigger trades that I'm taking in currency pairs, I'd say around 20 minutes to 40 minutes. What is ICT? ICT is the inner circle trader.
he teaches price in a way that nobody else does, being that he teaches algorithmic price moves and teaches how to trade with the algorithm, right? You can go into YouTube and search up the inner circle trader, and he'll be the first person to pop up. I recommend you starting off with a general understanding of the market, and then watch his 2022 series playlist on his YouTube channel. Everything I trade is just based off ICT. Trading ES with ICT concepts here, and love this channel. Exactly. Well, I mean, right now ES has just been terrible for me. I'm not looking to trade it until non-farm payroll, although I did for the past year and a half trade ES. Solitaire is Instagram. No. My Instagram is SULI_RB. 5 months? Damn, bro. 5 months and you're already trading ICT like a pro. It's incredible. Someone stopped out my pyramid. My pyramid stopped literally here. Now we have this as well. Because we want to see price trading fast. I want to see repeat this exact move on the downside now. Take a look at the dollar index. Yeah, if it stabs down again, I want to see this act as its support. This inverse value gap. Gold would have been stopped out. Good job on my gold sells. I'm a fast learner. When I started trading, I would have loved to have said the same thing. But it took me about 6 months to learn ICT, and then another, I'd say another 6 months to become profitable, because I've only started seeing profitability really at the end of last year. But 1.5 years of studying ICT. I mean, I've got ADHD, so my ability to hyper focus helped, especially with the way ICT talks. He takes forever to speak. It's one thing. If ICT could change about himself, just the way he talks. But it's absolutely a necessity to learn how to trade. Like, in his slow talks, I've noticed he hides a lot of valuable information in there. So the people that are just skimming through, listening at 2 times speed, will be able to catch it. That's another little thing that he's done. Quite smart as well. We'll trade it back into this 1 minute inverse. Also snap past this flow a little bit. Get this. Let me watch. I learned the retail shots from baby pits, then I found ICT. Thank God. See, I never used baby pips other than for the calculator that they have. Other than that, I have no idea like what services they offer and whatnot. I know I've heard ICT talk about it quite a bit, but my initial trading learning curve was I started off trading options, which was terrible. I go in for like 30 seconds, and yeah, me and my dad actually made an amazing strategy, and we were profitable. We didn't follow any strategy. It will just, imagine you flip a coin 10 times, eventually you're going to be right. So we'll just sell. So we'll start off with $1, we'll sell, if we lose, we'll double it, and we'll keep doubling it. Well, we wouldn't double it, it'll be like 2.15 to count for the loss as well with profit, and we'd have like 1,000 in there, and we turn it into a decent amount. But that was practically gambling, and the strategies I learned was like Bollinger Bands, RSIs, a whole bunch. They didn't really, if it was that easy, everybody would be making money, right? They just teach the absolute basics of Forex, like what a pip is, support and resistance and all that. Yeah, that's the stuff that got me clapped in the beginning, trading support and resistance too. Because then when I started trading crypto, support and resistance had me done for. There we go. Now we have a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. I'd want to see price remaining not trade above the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. For a SIBI, that's so interesting. Bro, I'm so thirsty right now because I'm fasting, right? And yesterday, well, this morning I forgot to have my food, my water. So I'm practically dying right now. And I've got chapped lips too, even better. There we go, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. See the price wants to trade low from it. Well, we'll watch price trade low from it. Get rid of this because we've already closed out of that. Get rid of this too. We've also created a bullish fair value gap for the dollar index. Now I'm expecting what time's it? 10:50 to 11:10. Right now the 10:50, 11:10 macro is happening, so I want to see a quite a fast move to the downside now before 11:10 New York time. 30 days of fasting is hardcore. I've only done 5 days of it. It felt quite beneficial actually. 30 days is it's nice to do, but it's quite hard. And I'm also on a keto diet too. So doing keto and fasting, you're not getting any energy from it at all. But yeah, the benefits of fasting were actually quite interesting. I know there was a study done which shows that it inhibits cancer cell growth as well, which is quite surprising actually. And of course, there's a plethora of other benefits like the antioxidant effect of it, the fact that the body clears out itself and any like rubbish inside of the body just gets expelled like through the skin or whatever. It's quite good. You're moving your stop to the high that filled the imbalance. Not just yet, no. I'm gonna wait until price trades, because there's a gap on my terminal as I mentioned, to the low of this candle where the gap closes. There's like just like a huge gap like right here, no price action. When price trades below that, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even. But yeah, even if you guys aren't Muslims, just fasting itself has a lot of benefits. I know a lot of my Christian friends, for example, have started to fast too for the benefits it brings. And then, especially whilst you're looking at the food at the end of the day, you think you can eat it all. You end up having 2 bites and being full. Alright, we've still got another 7 minutes till the macro closes, so I want to see something happening now. We've practically filled in the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And then with the dollar index, we've closed fully the fair value gap that was created. Wait, where's my earring gone? I just dropped it. Huh? Apparently it's gone into another dimension. Oh, there it is. I was about to say it's gone into another dimension. So many equal lows. Retail is buying right now. Want to see it stab through? Absolutely. I want to see it stab through quite heavily, in fact. And then we have these relative equal lows right here. I believe it's to the pip. We have 778, and here we have 778. Yeah, so it's to the pip. Exactly the same relative equal lows. I am confident in price coming down to take out these lows. And yeah. Just want to see it bleed now. We've had sellers remorse so many times. They give sellers an opportunity to get out of here. Sellers the opportunity to get out of here. Sticking through with your analysis is the most important thing. When we take a look at the DXY, it's respected this fair value gap, it respected this 1 minute inverse fair value gap, took out the sell side liquidity we was looking at from Friday. bounced off the consequent encroachment of this 1 hour wick. Nonetheless, this is paying off right now. So I'm absolutely happy with the trade that I'm in. Let's take a look at gold. If any setups are formed, still not really on gold. NQ's falling lower. New week opening up, I'm expecting it to consolidate around here and then bleed through, filling in the RTH gap, which is at, well, it's already filled in the RTH gap. Well, then we'll go back to yesterday and expect it to fill in Friday's RTH gap. So we have more reasons for sells and everything. Took a partial right now. Good shit, man. I don't know if I can swear in here, but good stuff, my man. When you said price could come down quickly before 11:10, you mentioned something macro. Could you tell me a bit about that, please? Okay, so price, and I'm going to try and explain this. I'm not very good at explaining things, but I'm going to try my best. Price and like prices in what you see right now, the candles, they don't move by themselves, and they don't move. Like, everything's based on time. They move according to time, right? And in my free mentorship, which I'm planning to do, I've already got like a bunch of lessons written down. We have several macros. We have a macro at 8:50 to 9:10. We have a macro at 9:50 to 10:10. We have a macro at 10:50 to 11:10. We have a macro at 11:50 to 12:10, 1:10 to 1:40, and 3:15 to 3:45. Now, in the macro is where I'm expecting the algorithm to fill most of its orders in before I push down to one side or the other, depending on what my bias is. So within this macro of 10:50 to 11:10, I'm expecting price to push down lower, taking out a form of sell side. And as you can see, it's not even 11:10 yet, and it's doing that inside this time frame, which we have for the macro. Some reason I was banned from posting any comments. I can tell you that it wasn't me. I don't have access to TradingView's account. I'm just streaming through StreamYard. That wasn't me, and I wouldn't have any reason to ban anybody. And if there ever was a hater here, I think they were quite more entertaining than anything. So it wasn't me. I'll make sure after the stream to mention it to TradingView and see if we can get you unbanned. Just put your main account name in the description, and we'll get you unbanned. On YouTube, I mean, yeah. Just put your thingy, your YouTube account name in the description, in the comments, and I'll make sure to put it through to him. Do I have YouTube? 1 second. I'm closing 2/5 now. Closed. There we go. Do I have YouTube? No. Within the coming months, I'm planning to start a YouTube channel as well as a free mentorship on a Discord where everybody can join in the call and we'll discuss charts together. You'll have to follow my Twitter, and then with the coming, like next month or the month after, this month or the month after, I'm planning to start my YouTube channel and streaming daily. And no problem. What are the macros you mentioned? They are just time points really, where the algorithm will move to a price point a lot more efficiently than any other time, and it will also come to a price point to fill in its orders, right? So we go to 1050, which is right here. As you can see, price here created a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, which we had marked out. What I was expecting was the algorithm to fill in its orders here and then rapidly move to sell side liquidity, which it did right here. The next target, of course, being down here. Yeah, this is pretty much the only live trade I've really took. Most of my other trades that I've taken have been like off stream. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying. That swing low is taken at the 1050 to 1110 macro. Coincidence again? Exactly. Literally before 1010, this low was taken. Another fair value gap created at the breakup structure on the dollar index. So there we go, another reason for sales to continue. Hey, where can we get your free mentorship? So follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is at the end of this YouTube title. And by next month, I'm not posting any information about it yet. By next month, hopefully, by this month or next month, I'll be having information posted on my Twitter about the mentorship. I'll be opening a Discord and I'll be streaming live every day on YouTube for people to come. And in the Discord server, we'll be running through trades, why we take them, what we're looking for, just a general mentorship. And any questions anybody has, even if they're beginners or even if they're experts at the price action, there's still questions that we want to have answered, right? So I'll be that person to answer the questions for you. So yeah, if you want, go ahead and follow my Twitter, and then within the coming months, you'll have my mentorship. Is that you at Links Sub? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Wow, I want to look into these macros. Macros sounds something incredible. I mean, yeah, you saw how well it played out right here, right? I think EU is ready to short. Yeah, EU and GU will typically follow in accordance with each other. Wait, IFC Aero. How do you know that tag? Links Sub. That was my old name I used to use as a handle. I made that name up like 8 years ago. What do you think of fair value gap? Here, I'll show you what I think of fair value gap. We have one here. This is what we took our entry off of. We had a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency fair value gap. This is where the algorithm priced in its orders, and there you go. That's what I think. The whole trade is based off a fair value gap. I'm risk free now, stop loss to break even. Yes, sir. Same here. Same here. Took my partials and stop loss to break even. I'm gonna move my take profit just to because I just want to get out of this trade as soon as possible, to be honest with you. Even though I'm still confident in it coming down here, I just want to. In fact, you know, I'll stay in this trade. I'll stay. IFC Aero. How do you know about that? That thingy. Is that my Twitter name? No, I'm holding. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a very good setup, and we have these relative equal lows to the pip right here and here. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And again, yeah, as we mentioned before, the macro managed to take out sell side liquidity. The earlier macro in the dollar index, we took out this form of sell side liquidity, 950. Macro started, took out sell side liquidity that we had marked up from Friday, which is these relative equal lows right here. Took those out, and then on the hourly, we bounced off the consequent encroachment of this this hourly wick right here. All the more reason for us to take our sells. Yeah, as you can see, this fair value gap that I marked up here, price traded into, traded away from, price traded into, traded away from. Yeah, now we have an order block right here on the US dollar, GBP dollar. So I want to see price now come down and take out this sell side liquidity. Because your name on that is that lol, so that's ICT. Oh, I need to change that as soon as possible. So that name, right? I made my first email when I was about 5 years old, sorry, when I was RGH tagging my Xbox 360. I was quite an engineer, and I had to make an email, and that was the first name I thought of. I didn't know it showed up on my Twitter. Yeah, I was for the first time watching ICT live on Friday, and that day he also called for EU and G to go quickly to downside before it happened, and it did just a few minutes later. I was shocked to see that also happen around 11:10 this time. Yeah, so another thing is you're going to hear a lot of people, and you're going to probably be tricked into believing ICT is a fraud. Don't believe it, because right here, this is the only trade I've taken on stream, and as you can see, it's played out. So yeah, I recommend sitting through. You're going to find it very boring because he talks very slowly and he speaks quite a lot. You're going to find it very boring, but if you pay attention to what he's saying, he says very interesting things and stuff that most people will just skip past whilst he's talking, and it's it's well worth the learn. Don't think you can actually change your Twitter at like that though. So I think my Twitter art is Solitaire ICT, but I think it's the name that's associated with the Twitter art. That's what I need to change. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything that you might be afraid to ask other people, that people might laugh at you for or whatnot, feel free to ask them, because I was in your position at one point and I would love to be able to help you guys and answer your questions that you have. So yeah, this trade was a 1 to 5.5 risk to reward ratio. SMC and ICT concepts are the same? No, absolutely not. So with SMC, there's a lot of, okay, so ICT is the creator of quote unquote smart money concepts, right? A lot of people have just changed the name of ICT and then changed his concepts, and they call that SMC. Now SMC has a lot of what ICT teaches renamed differently, as well as the fact that what SMC teaches as a whole is also not as accurate as what ICT teaches, because these SMC people that are teaching SMC don't fully understand the ICT concepts themselves. I've been studying ICT for 1.5 years, and even now I'm still learning and understanding what this means. And the people that are teaching SMC are practically teaching people what they don't even know themselves. So that's a thing that I completely disagree with. How long did it take for me to become profitable? It took me okay, so I've been trading for 3 years. I started off with options, but trading the Forex market, I started 2 years ago. Half a year into that, I came across ICT, still unprofitable at that time. A year after studying ICT, I started seeing, I got my first fund account passed, and just at the beginning of this year, I became profitable. So after 1.5 years of studying ICT, I've become profitable. Can I watch USD JPY, please? I'll give it a quick glimpse, but I will be keeping an eye on the trade that I'm in. Yep, it's quite beautifully as well. We have this new opening gap right here as well, which is traded back into. It would have been something to keep your eye on, which it did so. Gonna want it to close out before we go into lunch. Absolutely, I'm gonna look to close before lunch. How long before I became consistent? It's a psychological barrier I need to overcome. So the psychological barrier was something I struggled with heavily, right? I came across this book called Atomic Habits. I read that book, and the book has changed my habits for the better. I no longer overtrade. I'm no longer scared to get into trades. But yeah, give that book a read, and you will be surprised as to what you can learn from it. The psychology is one of the hardest things to overcome in trading. Absolutely. I always hear others talking about macros, but always thought it was only implied for indices. But good to know that it can only be used on any asset. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Anything that a market's in, it can even be used on cryptocurrencies. It's everything. Is there a public Discord of ICT members with speed up learning? If there is, no, there isn't. But if you follow my Twitter, by the end of this month or next month, I'm planning to make a free mentorship for people to learn ICT concepts from me, completely free of charge, no payment needed, no nothing. I want to be able to give people a hand to hold, because that's what I would have needed at the beginning. Excellent trade idea, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Atomic Habits is so good. Exactly. It's an amazing book, and it's changed my life for the better. What other books have I read to make me a better trader? So this book hasn't really made me a better trader. It's helped me with my psychology. There's a book called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. That book's amazing, and the philosophy in it's also very good. It will help you with your trading. And there's another book which I'm currently reading right now. It's called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Currently reading that book right now. It's a philosophical book which should help with mental. Can you send Twitter link, please? Yes, I can. Just give me a moment. Sorry for speaking fast. I just had to make sure I get through all of those, all of the questions. They're coming through quite fast. Go to StreamYard. And we'll not inspect element, and there you go. That's my Twitter handle. So by 11:30, I'm gonna look to close out of this trade fully. No worries, you are a student of ICT. He speaks fast too. Honestly, I think ICT speaks incredibly slow. That's what I personally think. At least ICT speaks very slow. So we have this bearish fair value gap right here. We've had this order block which price has traded past. That's one confluence gone. If price trades through this fair value gap, we're going to close out the full position at a 1 to 4 risk to reward, since the partials are also closed. I only speak fast when I need to. It used to be a bad habit of mine. Extend this out a little bit. We did trade up into the order block of this down move, but I'm still confident in buying since it bounced off the hourly consequent encroachment. Just take a look at gold again. See what gold's doing, if it's given any sell setups. Well, I'm expecting gold to push through some highs here because this is just way too clean. GBP USD seems like it's respecting this, so that's for the best. Also, I'll just add on here that I added a pyramid position. That's price traded back up into here. My stop loss was instantly moved risk free. Just for argument's sake, we'll have it the same as this one, and then close out of this position right here. This price came down to this order block right here. But if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask. Take a look at this in the 5-minute chart, see what we can see. Well, we have a 5-minute sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, so we can extend this slightly, make it look a bit clearer. We have a high, a low, a higher high. This is a market maker sell model, so we'll mark up this candle. Again, it overlaps with the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. That's all the more reason for price to trade lower. If it trades up, then that's my full position closed. Whatever partials I have left. How old am I? I am 19 years of age. I'm 19 years old, started trading when I was 16. Never really wanted to work a 9 to 5. I've seen success in my family, from my grandparents. I was brought up in a low income area. And I've always had the wish to give back to my parents. So I decided I want to look for something where I won't have to pin my faith on my boss and be able to do what I want when I want, without anybody telling me what to do. I was also bad in school because of that. I just don't like people telling me what to do. But yeah, I'm 19 years of age, and hopefully by the time I'm 21, I'll be a millionaire. In fact, by the time I'm 20. I've got a big grin on my face talking about this. Is there also a macro timing for London session? I try to trade around Asia's sweeps. So in my lessons document, I do not believe there is one. I believe there is some in the London session. However, I don't have any marked out. I can go through my history of everything I've ever done and try and find out if there's macros. I'll make sure in my next stream to bring that up if you're in the stream. What time frame do I look at for the entry? So overall, I start off on the monthly. At the beginning of every week on the Sunday open, I look at the monthly chart, I'd look at the weekly chart, then the daily, 4-hour chart, 1 hour, 15, 5, and that's it. So I work higher for my weekly analysis. I'll put it like this. I start off monthly, weekly, and 4-hour. Then for my intraday chart, I'll be looking at my daily, my daily, my hourly, and the 15-minute chart for just so I'm able to gauge where liquidity is. And then on my 5-minute chart, I'm looking for a break of structure. And then on my smaller time frames, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1, 2, 3, and 4-minute charts, I'm looking for a entry, so a fair value gap and order block, whatnot. Time frame I'm on right now, I'm currently on the 5-minute time frame. I'll drop down to the 1-minute time frame so you can see price a bit better. What's up? Just brought my fast, have my spot dizzy. Love this channel, but there's always someone different, bit confusing, but love community of traders within channel and viewers. Good stuff, bro. I've got to break my fast in 3 hours. I'm very thirsty right now. Yeah, so Trading Nut has this thing where he brings in different traders to trade on his channel for him. So you'll probably see it quite a large variety of people on here. But yeah, it's nice to have you here. Let's check the dollar index. We're inside this fair value gap. Fully closed it in now. ICT has a video on Asian rain for London traders. Well, there you go. AA. I'm guessing that's in his Market Maker Prime series. I think, if I'm not mistaken. If it were to be in one, it would be in that. Yeah, let me just mark this up as sell side liquidity so it looks a bit cleaner. Make this dark red, and the text will be on the bottom right, sell side liquidity. Oh my god, I can't type right now, I'm too hungry. Sell side liquidity. Go. When bullish was taken out, reversed, made my loss back, but still crawling out of drawdown. Seeing your fiber trader is a good confluence for my SPX trade. Absolutely, my man. Yeah, I'm very bearish on pretty much everything now, and the reason being is dollar index traded down into something I was looking at from Friday, which I mentioned in my last live stream here. We took out this sell side liquidity, and then we traded it into this hourly consequent encroachment of this wick. So it gave me more of a reason to look for buys, and then we had our confirmation on the 1-minute time frame. As price broke above this high for a volume move, volume, it gave us that, and since then we've been bearish on pairs. I'm bullish on the dollar index up until I'm bearish on the dollar index, where is it? Yeah, up until this new week opening up. So yeah, that means bearishness for ESM and stuff too. And we're still in the equilibrium, as I mentioned this earlier as well. For the ESM, I mentioned how we're likely to see price movement like this. I had it marked up before, consolidate around the equilibrium and then break through below. I go back in the stream a bit, you'll probably be able to catch me saying that. But yeah, we're still in this GU trade. Let's extend this out a little bit longer. Expecting it to come down and take out this sell side liquidity now. Perfect, I'll look into it after this. Absolutely, my man. 2 weeks ago, I looked very badly. A small 50-euro loss ended with me blowing my whole account across revenge trading, literally a 200R loss. Yeah, again, I'm sorry for that one, bro. I used to do the exact same thing. I was revenge trading like crazy. I would just keep buying funded accounts, and in total, I think I bought over 60 funded accounts, of which 20% are probably 100k accounts. So you can kind of gauge at how much money I've spent on funded. And yeah, it was just revenge trading. And there's one thing with revenge trading, right? You're letting a small loss turn into your whole account. It's something that I struggled with in the beginning, but again, after reading Atomic Habits, it's changed me for the better, and my trading has changed amazingly. What does consequent encroachment mean? So it's the 50% level of, and I'll tell you what I typically like to measure my consequent encroachments from. For example, right, we have news candles. And for a news candle, I would measure the consequent encroachment of a wick in that candle. So here we have this. I would look at the consequent encroachment of this this wick. I wasn't bagging it on. Well, it wasn't really wicks, so I wouldn't really classify this one. I would look for a like where I mentioned this dollar index consequent encroachment was a swing low wick. So we see this hourly, it was a swing low, right? I measured the 50% of it for the consequent encroachment, and we see by 0.003 price traded lower, and then just left from there. So it's the 0.5 of swings pretty much. Yes, I understand exactly. A small loss messes up with my mind, sadly. No, absolutely no. I was exactly the same here. I have ADHD, so I'm quite impulsive in my decisions too. Just read Atomic Habits, and I promise you, your trading will change. Mum wants me to get groceries in the middle of this trade. Hey man, you gotta do what the mother wants you to do. And don't worry, just download MT4 or MT5 on your phone. You'll be able to monitor price as you're outside. But that's funny. So, do 30-minute candle now. I want to see a little bit of volume coming into the market. We have this very slight, was it? No, I don't think it was. I thought it was. Let me check the 2-minute time frame. 3, 4, 5. No, nothing. Already ordered it, found it for €16.5. Hey, good stuff, my man. It's going to be very worth it. I can assure you that much. Now, once you become successful after reading that book, just give me 5% of your profits for life, and you know that's your way of thanking me. But yeah, I'll tell you what pages to pay attention, like the most attention to. And yes, one page. Just write this down somewhere for when you get the book. One page you want to look at, just as a glimpse through, before you start reading the book, just glimpse through this. Page 16. Page 16. Then you have page 22. And then you have page... Where is it? Okay, page 16, 22, and 47. Just have a look at those before you read the whole book, and you'll understand what the book's going to be, and it'll make you want to read the book even more. What book is that? Atomic Habits by James Clear. So right now, since we've traded into this SIBI right here, in the 1 minute time frame, we've traded into these breakers. If price continues trading higher, I'm closing out the full position. I've made my profit off of this trade, so I'm not really too bothered as to where price moves from here. If it goes above here, I'm closing full position, and that's the trade done for the day. Well, the second trade done, aside from this trade that we took earlier this morning. 16, 22, 47 copy, exactly. You'll from 47 specifically, that's where it teaches you how to build and break good habits. Just glimpse the page and you'll want to read the book. Atomic Habits, correct, by James Clear. An amazing book. And I've hated school. I've hated everything. I was never a good student. I was very smart, but I never liked saying yes sir, no sir to people. And because of that killed my desire to read books. So I never really read books up until a couple months back, where I started seeing profitability. Now I'm reading books on my own terms, not me saying yes or no sir. So yeah, and this book is truly amazing, coming from somebody that never liked to read books in his life. Although as a kid I did used to read books as well. How do you deal with a loss and drawdown? Okay, so for losses, right? I typically don't like using large risks anyways. So I'd risk anywhere around 0.25% to 0.5% per trade. And when I take a loss, I sit back, I analyze what went wrong, and just, understand why I lost that trade. Now, if you go ahead and back test, right, and you take a loss, I want you to continue trading as if you never took that loss, and you'll see your profitability on the demo account will become greater than it was before, because you're able to sit through a loss and just wait now. You're not just jumping back into the trade instantly, getting stopped out again. You're waiting. Now, with drawdown, so say I lose 8 trades in a row somehow, and that puts me at minus 3-4%. What I then do is I'm waiting for A+ setups. So now I'm not looking to trade daily. Now I'm looking to trade when a setup happens, and this could be a day, 2 days, or 3 days. At least one trade in a week, and I want to risk 0.5% to 0.5% to 1% on that, with at least a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. So you're waiting for that perfect setup to happen. You don't just jump back into it instantly. And yeah, that's how I personally deal with it. And I understand that there's a huge psychological impact of taking a loss and seeing, for example, you buy 100,000 funded and you see 99,999. It's not 100k anymore. You just want to make that back. If you can just cover that your profits, your balance of every time you trade, just put a sticky note over it and don't look at it. You'll also see that your trading will start to get better if you just don't pay any attention to it at all. Okay, so again, if we trade above here, that's my full position closed. I closed the partial one, mark it down. Close a bit of position here, close a bit of the position here, close another bit of position here. Wait, no, it wasn't there, sorry. Close another bit of the position here, and if it goes above here, I'm going to close the full position here. We'll see if it trades higher than it. Will you be live tomorrow? I think tomorrow I'm scheduled in to stream again. Around the same time tomorrow, I'll be streaming. Dollar index violated the 5-minute fair value gap. If it violates 3, then we're no longer if it violates 3 of our confluences, then we're no longer going to be in the trade. We have the second, and then we have the third. If it breaks through all of these, I'm no longer looking to be in this trade anymore. And then at this point, I'll be closing out. Oh, we've closed above, and I will now close out of the full position. There we go. So total trade today was pretty much overall, I'd say my risk to reward ratio was a 1 to 4 for this one. Yeah, so 1 to 4 risk to reward. We've made our daily trade. Early this morning, I had also taken I took this 1 to 6, and then I took a loss earlier today on gold, which was buys here, targeting these highs right here. Got stopped out. That put us at a 1 to 3 overall for the day, and then with this coming down for a 1 to 4 with a pyramid of another 1 to 4 for the day, we are at a 1 to 11 or a 1 to 12 risk to reward ratio for the day. And now with lunchtime approaching, I'm looking to just step away with my charts. I copied your trade and I closed at the lowest position on the graph. I made $120-ish slow. I'm glad I closed early because I had a feeling it would go up. Absolutely, I'm I'm glad I could help you trade, but I would never take financial advice from me. I'm glad it worked, and make sure you do well with that money. But yeah, I think now I'll be ending the stream. So if you guys have any questions before I leave, please feel free to ask them. And at the end of this YouTube title, there's my Twitter handle. Within the next month or two, I'll be posting more information there about my free mentorship that I'll be having, Discord server, and I'll be streaming on YouTube as well. More information will be there. So yeah, if you have any questions, ask them. If not, I will be closing up the stream. What time did I start EST? So EST, I believe I started streaming at around 8 p.m. EST. Around 8 p.m. EST, yeah. Thanks for the stream. I'm gonna follow you on Twitter and see more streams and all. Absolutely. Thank you for that. See you next time. Have a good day. See you, my guy. Nice. Which is better, using 5 handles or risk to reward? Okay, so if you're not yet profitable, right, I would 100% recommend you to only go for 5 handles and to trade futures. So you do want to fund yourself in a futures account. Forget about trading CFDs for now. Go for 5 handles with 1 contract, and you will see profitability. Now, once you see 5 handles consistently, then open that to 6 handles. And then once you keep seeing profitability, then 10 handles and 15. And then at the end, you won't need to do the 5 handles anymore. So I'd say 5 handles at first. Am I in any positions at the moment? I did take this trade earlier on the stream. Took sells here, pyramided in as price came back up to it. And yeah, I was in that position. But as of right now, no, I am not. It's the only position I've took for the day. Well, for the stream. Yeah, seems to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I love you and leave you all. Have a nice time. Bye bye.